There we go. Greetings, Wumbo. It is I have returned, etc., etc. Also, my controller died. I forgot to charge it, so now I have to play this entire time with it plugged in, charger running across half the room, which is a pain in the ass, but you know what? Better than not streaming at all, so. There we go. Also might have to delay Friday's stream. Just a heads up. Not sure, I'm either gonna have to delay it or cancel it. I'll probably just delay it. I'm not canceling. I'm not canceling any more streams for now. I need this. This is... I like doing this. I'm tired of having to cancel shit and delay shit. Alright. Speaking of delaying, I'm stalling. Also, I have a sody pop. Alright. Let's go. More British accents I can't do. 17th April, 12:41 p.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Ah, Gina. How are you holding up? Oh. Speaking of... Your accent is particularly difficult, Gina. I have to, like, relearn it every time. It's like, oi, governor! I'm starting to feel quite warmly towards her frequent cold shoulders now. Ginny! Oh, Miles. Are you alright? Why aren't you saying anything? What's the point, eh? Why go to all this trouble and fight so hard for the likes of me? What? Well, you saw it, the picture. What picture? Oh, you mean this? The photograph taken by Hurley's red-handed recorder? Yeah. Well, I didn't think it would have captured a scene like this, that's for sure. Yeah, care to explain? It's hopeless. Anyone who sees that is gonna think I did it, ain't they? Well, I won't pretend it wasn't a bit of a shock when the prosecution first presented it to the court. Surely you gotta have your doubts about me by now. You still can't think I'm innocent. You can't still think I'm innocent. Of course I can. Ginny, why don't you talk to us? Tell us what really happened that night. Eh? Runo's cleverly managed to piece together a lot of new information, but still, we'd really like to hear it from you. It's true! Explain yourself! Like, fuck, it'll make this so much easier! Why must the defendants always be so secretive? Alright then. It was after we had that dinner together at your place, right, Iris? Then we all had a chat up in your office, didn't we? Yes, I remember. After that, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I slipped out and went down to the street to the 2-to-1, to Winterbank's place. I had to know if Iris's story was there or not. Hound of the Baskervilles. I don't know what it's about or nothing. But if you ask me, there's something in it that Sholmes don't like. Something what he don't want people reading. So that's why he lied to Iris about sticking it in lug with... Fucking what?! Sticking it in lug with Winterbank for safekeeping. I'm not even gonna begin to pretend I understand that sentence. Sticking it in lug with? With is obvious, like, with, right? It's the accent with. The fuck is lug? Lugwiv. I got nothing. At least, that's what I thought at the time. So you broke into Windibank's. I just had to know if it was there or not. I mean, I had no idea all of that was gonna kick off, did I? I struck the lock and snuck inside. It was dark as you like in there. So I gave the oil lamp on the counter a bit of wick. So hard to read! My American ass is having so much trouble with this shit. And that's when... What do you think you're doing? Ah! I nearly died, I did. Next thing I knew... I grabbed the gun off the counter and was waving it in the air like, I don't know what. Oh, you're the girl who's in here this afternoon. I didn't think pickpockets went in for armed robbery. The manuscript. You got it here? Did Sholmes leave a load of papers with you? A story? I beg your pardon? Under the... something or other. If it's here, I want to see it. I'm sorry, young lady, but I'd sooner die than relinquish an article belonging to one of my customers. I don't want it. What would I do with it anyway? I just want to see it's here, that's all. Oh, you want to see it, do you? I want to know if Sholmes really pawned it here or not. Please, just let me see it and I'll go. Very well, then. But for pity's sake, stop waving my gun around, would you? So, then the old cove unlocked the storeroom door, and we both went inside. And it was there, alright. The manuscript. Sholmes weren't lying after all. You did all that just to check for me, Ginny? Anyway, then there was a bit of a kick-up out in the main bit of the shop. The Skulkin brothers arriving on the Skulkin brothers arriving on the scene. Yes. What was that noise? Someone's breaking in. Dear me, is there some burglars convention in here tonight that I don't know about? He's so chill. For someone who will jump to the conclusion of he's surprisingly chill at gunpoint from someone else. I think I forgot to shut the door behind me. Sorry. Better go and take care of it. Could I possibly have my gun back? Oh, well, I come with you and... No, don't be foolish, young girl. You must stay right here. Don't leave this room under any circumstances. So he was protecting her. I mean, that makes sense. And with that, he took the gun out of my hands and walked back out into the shop. I'm back in the storeroom, like he said, straining my ears in the dark to hear what was going on. It sounded like they got into a bit of a scrap. I started to think I should help, see? So I was just about to go in the storeroom myself when... Bang, bang. I had a couple of shots go off. 2 shots! Interesting. 2, I think. Almost at the same time. And then there he was, right at me feet, lying face down on the floor. I was right next to the storeroom door, so I slammed it shut and locked it quick as you like. Because you thought whoever had shot Mr. Windibank might come for you. Yeah, so I went to grab the old cove's gun. I figured I'd put up a fight at least. But when I got a better look at him, I knew. Windibank was a goner. So if there were 2 shots in that moment, because we only, like, as far as we know, there were 3 total shots. The one that killed him, the one that hit the calendar, and then the one that hit Sholmes. Or rather, hit his pouch that exploded. So, if there were 2 shots then, that means that means they would have shot Windibank and then immediately turned to shoot the calendar for some reason. Oh, no. That's what happened. They shot him. Wait, no. That doesn't... Because they shot him in the back. I was thinking, like, he shot them, and it hit the calendar, and then they shot him, but, like, they shot him in the back, so that doesn't make any sense. I felt kind of funny in my head all of a sudden, kind of dizzy. And after that, I don't remember nothing. That must be when you passed out, Gina. If I hadn't done what I'd done, the old cove might still be alive. Did you tell the police everything you just told us? Of course I did, but they didn't believe a word of it, did they? All they said was, if I kept telling lies, it'd make things even worse for me. It'll be alright, Ginny, don't worry. Just stay strong a little longer. Bruno's about to put the real culprit through the mill. That cove what was there in the afternoon? That Edgar Benedict. I can't say the name with a straight face. Edgar Benedict. I genuinely hope his real name is even stupider than his alias. I still remember how he looked at me, like I was nothing. He was there that night. He was? We don't know his real name yet, but I'm convinced that he's involved somehow. Anyway, thank you for telling us what happened, Gina. I appreciate your honesty. You what? You can leave it all in Runo's capable hands now, Ginny. Mr. Naruto? Yes? How come you trust me? I don't get it. I mean, have you forgotten what happened here before? Come on, it was only 2 months ago. Me and McGill we told you a whole pack of lies. And you got the bog trotter off with him, even though he was a killer. No, I could never forget that. Oh. I did what I thought was best at the time, but the pain of that error of judgment doesn't get any easier to bear. Still, don't forget that I also made you a promise. I told you that I'd be on your side to the bitter end, no matter what. But what if I'm lying? You could be working to get another killer off the hook for all you know. I was once in your position, Gina. I was the accused in a trial. Twice. Well, I guess one of them wasn't really a trial. You were? Before I left Japan. I was accused of murder. And strange as it might sound, the circumstances of the crime were pretty damning. I was sure that no one would believe me no one would believe it wasn't me who'd done it. Oh, Runo. Yeah, and the victim was your dad. Sorry about that. But there was one person who stood up for me, who believed in me, and was prepared to defend me. My best friend. Kazuma! Ryunosuke, no one believes in you more than I do. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me, and I'll do the rest. He was so cool. Generating the wind to blow his bandana. This was indoors. There was no breeze. He just made it happen. I was so happy I cried. But even then, somewhere inside me, I couldn't help thinking, surely he doesn't really believe in me. not completely. But I was wrong. As soon as my trial began, it was obvious that he had an absolute, unwavering belief in me. And in turn, I developed an absolute, unwavering belief in him. Since then, I came to realize this is actually, like, getting me a little bit. This is touching. If you want someone to believe in you, you have to believe in the other person first. What are you saying? I promise you, Gina, that no matter what happens, I'll keep believing in you. So you don't need to worry. I won't let you down. Even though I'm a diver and a no-good liar, you're not like McGilded. I know that. Eh? That's right! You're a friend, Ginny! Oh, Iris! We know you better than you think. And we've come to the conclusion that you're someone we can trust. Yes! That's really all we need to know. Exactly! Mr. Naruto,
Defendant Gina Lestrade and her legal representative. Court proceedings are about to resume. Please head into the courtroom immediately.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Oh man, that got me. That got me a little bit. That did. I got a little misty. I've been both a defendant and a defending lawyer in my time, so I knew only too well just how hard it was to put all your faith in another. And I also knew just how hard it was to bear the burden of another putting all their faith in you. This is it at last. The final chapter. The final battle. Wish me luck, Susato-san. And I hope you're watching over me too. Partner. (1:41 p.m.) The Old Bailey courtroom. Damn, I'm feeling things right now. That fucking got me. I'm a sucker. I'm an absolute sucker.
I hereby call this court to order as we resume the trial of Miss Gina Lestrade. Lord Van Zieks, have you successfully subpoenaed the witness?
The subpoena was delivered to the communications station where the man works immediately, my lord. However, the heavy rain has delayed the arrival of his carriage, it would seem.
I see. Then let us turn our attention to Inspector Gregson's presses of the case, heard by the court this morning. The glaring omission of the third bullet in your report is a serious blunder, Inspector. Yes, I can only apologize, my lord. And although the defense's chemical analysis of the blood at the scene makes for a compelling argument, I cannot permit such untried methods to be used as evidence in my courtroom.
It's a big mistake to cross Hurley and me. A very big mistake.
My lord, the subpoenaed witness has just arrived in the building.
I never know which bailiffs are which, so I just give them random voices.
Thank you, officer. Show him to the stand without delay.
Mr. Eggert Benedict. I didn't expect... I almost got it that time! And then it hit me. Fuck! I didn't expect to be crossing paths with him again so soon. And certainly not like this. But I'll crack his shell one way or another. I'll scramble this witness if it's the last thing I do.
Thank you for complying with the court's subpoena at such short notice, sir.
But of course, my lord. As an upstanding member of London society, it is my pleasure to oblige.
Now, kindly state your name and occupation for the record.
Ashley Graydon, Communications Officer. Mr. Graydon and I both work at London's Central Communications Station. Now, perhaps somebody would kindly explain what all this is about. You were apprised of the situation by the court officer on your way here, I presume. Yes, I was. Something to do with a murder that took place at a pawnbroker's on Baker Street. And some nonsense about me having been there on the night in question. That is the accusation, indeed. This really is beyond a joke, you know.
Very well. Without further delay, the court will hear your testimony now, Mr. Graydon. You will respond to the accusation made against you under oath.
Gladly, my lord, gladly.
Unbelievable.
Naturally, I have the occasion to make use of pawnbroking services from time to time. But are you seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs to break into the place on the night before the murder? Night of the murder? I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation. Even if certain parties here present claim that my blood was found at the scene. Some Scaramouche detective's homebrewed tincture can hardly be taken as serious evidence.
So, you deny the accusation completely, do you?
I must say I am dismayed. For the highest court in the land to be swayed by this self-professed detective's toy. It was the will of the jury, and our great British justice system demands that the jury's will is upheld. Then it would seem we have the misfortune of a most inept assembly of jurors today.
By golly!
How long am I expected to be detained here?
If, following the defense's cross-examination, your involvement in this matter has not been established, you will be free to leave immediately.
Good. Then I shall be away in time for afternoon tea. Some small consolation, at least.
Let us not hold up Mr. Graydon any longer than necessary, counsel. Proceed with the cross-examination.
So, we meet again, Mr. Eggert Benedict. Or is it Mr. Graydon? My apologies. You are? Ryunosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer. We have met. If you say so, Ashley Graydon. Enchanté. So... Thank you. I trust we can conclude this quickly. Ugh. But I'm not holding your flashy hat while we do. What the fuck? Let's see. Naturally, I have occasion to make use of pawnbroking services from time to time. Hold it. Yes, we even met in the very pawnbrokery where the crime took place on the afternoon of the day in question. Though, of course, you introduced yourself by a different name at the time. It was Mr. Eggert Benedict, I believe.
Objection!
Tell me, what... The witness is here to testify about events that took place that night. He is under no obligation to answer such unrelated questions. You can't be serious! Thank you, because I certainly do not feel inclined to answer such an inappropriate question. So he's going to be evasive, is he? In an effort not to give anything away. This could be tricky. But are you seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs? Yes, I am suggesting that. Have you seen these two men before? This pair? No, I don't associate it with criminals. Said by a man who introduced himself as Eggert Benedict. I'd like to know who I have to thank for this. Who made this outlandish accusation against me? The young lawyer there in the black. This is a farce! Whose idea was it to permit an outsider to work in a British court anyway? Well, needless to say. Such outrageous! Where were you at around 1 in the morning on the night in question, sir? That is past the hour at which I would normally retire. Certainly. I was not in the company of these rapscallions. You're able to prove that?
Objection!
How would you object to that? That's like the most basic, like he's asking about his fucking alibi. What the fuck? Listen carefully, my learned Nipponese friend. For you appear to be under a gross misapprehension on this point. What do you mean? The witness maintains he was not at the scene of the crime. He has no obligation to prove his absence. What do you mean? It's called an alibi, motherfucker! That's like Law 101! What? Right, Ace Attorney logic. Fuck off. If your accusation is that the witness was present at the scene, the obligation lies with you to prove your assertion. You will fulfill that obligation before putting any more unreasonable questions to the witness. A silent victory wiggle. Thanks. This fucking guy! My blood's trying to see. Just gonna press on everything. Get as much information as I can. Blood was found at the scene of the crime. There's no question of that. Mr. Sholmes's chemical analysis has positively identified the substance as such. But I am not the only human to have blood running through my veins, am I? How can you be sure that the blood is mine? It could equally be the blood of one of these two miscreants. Every individual's blood has a slightly different composition, it seems. Mr. Sholmes's chemical is able to differentiate different— Spare me the science lesson! Who is this Sholmes character, anyway? Oh, I assumed all Londoners would know the name. He's a a renowned detective. So, even you are unable to bring yourself to say great detective. A great detective, you say? Now we're in the realm of fairy tales, are we? Oh. Excuse me. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Skulkin? What? Me? No, the Mr. Skulkin next to you.
Right, I've had it up to here with this. How many times have I got to tell you?
Yes, I know, you're not Big Bruv Skulky. Mr. Nash Skulkin!
Call blimey, governor! You what?
Is it not the case that when Mr. Graydon just spoke, a thought went through your mind? Would you care to share that thought with the court?
Me thoughts? I don't have none of them. It must have been him. You what?
Oh my god. These two are unbearable. Mr. Nash Skulkin, answer the question, please. What went through your mind when Mr. Graydon just spoke?
Nothing. Honest, Gov, nothing. I was just thinking, if he waves his arm around like that much more, it'll open up the wound again, that's all.
Wound, you say? What wound?
When I took the bullet, of course. It was only 2 days ago. It ain't gonna be healed up yet.
Oh my god.
So I was, well, you know, I was worrying for him, and... Oh, L's bells!
God. Jesus Christ. Mr. Graydon, did you hear that? What? Your comrade is worried about you, it seems. On account of your injured arm. My lord.
Yes, Mr. Graydon?
I have no idea what these two wretches are talking about. Certainly, I shouldn't be expected to answer anything in relation to their mindless insinuations. We know that someone other than the victim was hit by a bullet at the scene of the crime 2 nights ago. And from the height of the bullet hole in the wall, that person was likely hit in the upper arm or thereabouts. Perhaps you would allow a court official to examine your arm, sir. The left arm that you're currently clasping with your right hand, as if in pain. No, I refuse. You have shown no evidence whatsoever that links me to these common thieves. Accordingly, I am not obliged to permit any such invasion of my privacy. As I've already said, I'm completely uninvolved in all this. I've never had anything to do with the pawnbrokery where this fellow was killed whatsoever. I take offense at the insinuation that I was in any way involved.
You claim to have had nothing to do whatsoever with Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery.
My lord, the defense would like that last statement to be added to Mr. Graydon's formal testimony.
Very well, counsel. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Graydon.
Fine. Bottom line is, I've never had anything to do with the pawnbroking establishment where the man was killed. Well, we have evidence to the contrary. Right here. Like, this one is undeniable, right? Because, like, we saw it. We like... The guy next to him, the detective, literally standing next to him, was there. That being said, I should probably ask about it before I present things. Because, you know.